Hello Commanders! Good afternoon and happy Friday. I hope you guys are doing very well. Commander Placer here and welcome to today's live stream. I do hope everyone is doing very well and your week hasn't been too awful. We're sat here Friday midday and as you can see I'm at a Guardian site. This is on Commander Minbin and look at that view. That's a nice view. Very atmospheric, very odd to look at. I've never seen it look like this before, so it's a pretty interesting one. But yeah, today we're going to do a spotlight gathering, and then Minbin is finally going to make it back to the bubble after having been out exploring around the bubble, literally circumnavigating the bubble, since the Gnosis incident, I guess we'll call it. But I'm doing very well, Jeremiah. Thank you very much for asking. I've been I had quite a busy week so far, to be honest. A very tiring week, got to be honest. My brother has been up from New Zealand, and he has been helping finish off the renovation of my bathroom, which has been going on for like about a year. So yeah, that's pretty nice, pretty handy, and I've been helping out as best I can. Obviously, I'm really super tired still, despite having been off chemotherapy for a week. It has only been 1 week, and I have to remember it. It's only been 1 week, and I have to be sensible. Mrs. Plater would be very happy to hear that, but she's not here, which means I'm saying it for no one's benefit. But a quick look to see what we've got in chat so far. So, Pro Rock Dave Howarth, GSXR, Jeremiah, Corey, I want to say Chabot. I want to say that's how you'd say it. Alan Robert, how you doing, guys? We're gonna hopefully make our way back to the bubble today, after doing a little bit of a round of shooting some stuff at this Guardian site, a little bit of gathering, not too much because driving around in an SRV on stream for me is pretty nauseating to watch, so I'm going to kind of assume it's not great for you guys either. But we are going to start off with this thing that's directly in front of us, because who knows? Pick up some Guardian goodies, because Minbin has, this is his first time encountering Guardians, so the thing that he has to do is the same thing everyone else does, which is shoot the crap out of them, which seems a little bit rough in my mind, but hey, there you go. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, so Alan, you started your trip over to that. Oh no, it's a bad start when the Sentinels immediately pop up. Good news is that Minbin has a couple of SRVs. Probably has no, actually, you know what? No engineering materials whatsoever. So we will. Oh no, not the missiles! No! 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 Don't do that. Guys, leave me alone. Yeah, this is the first time Minbin's ever actually done any of this, so. Well, lad. Hopefully. We should pick up for that. And that dropped a lot of stuff, actually. That's pretty good. For just a single Guardian, or a single Guardian skimmer, pretty good. And yes, guys, I am using HOTUS to drive my SRV as well, because you know what? Hashtag HOTUS life, if that isn't the thing it needs to be. Yeah, Alan. Interesting thing about the missiles, actually, is that they look like meta-alloy pods. And I noticed it. No one else thought it was weird. Hey, Nemesis, how you doing? How did you miss the announcement, really? Tango01, did Frontier show or tell you what's beyond the beyond? No, they didn't. I have recently reached out to ask them as well. I messaged Will Flanagan. To his credit, he responded to me very quickly. Unfortunately, we have nothing to announce at the moment. What they have said is that it's coming soon. So we will find out soon what's going on. Not soon enough in my mind. Okay, wrong side for that one. Because I would like to know now. You know, I don't know how much time I got, man. I need to know. Yeah, I have to know what's going on. I don't think we're going to get another crate. What I think the next ship we might get, and this is something that's been hinted at previously in the storyline, is it's been hinted that we were going to get a larger Guardian hybrid ship, which I'm all for that. I think that is much needed. Something new, something completely different aesthetically. But yeah. Hang on, I need to work out what the cat's doing. Clive is doing some wicked attention seeking. Clive? What are you doing, bro? Yeah. Sorry guys, this is ridiculous. Oh, hang on. Seriously, dude. It's just sandpaper. Why are you so interested in it? Oh my goodness. Right. So, Clive, the little legend that he is, decided that sandpaper in the bathroom, underneath a dust sheet, was the thing that he had to play with right then and there, and attack it. Cats. Adorable, but what I will say, sometimes they can be so annoying. But sorry about that. I had to run off and deal with Clive. Hey Colin, I'm doing alright actually. I'm just being harassed by the cat. I think me and him are going to have a falling out. Quite a big falling out as well. Because, yeah. There's sandpaper in the bathroom product, because you might have missed that I was saying that we're renovating the bathroom at the moment. Well, I've had my brother over, and he's been helping me out. He lives in New Zealand. Also plays a little bit of Elite Dangerous, so... But yeah, that's why. Not desperate for toilet paper. I mean, if things got to that position where you're using a sandpaper, it's like, seriously, man, just use your curtains. Like, if you're at the point of using sandpaper, just use your curtains. He's back in the bathroom messing stuff up. I think we're going to have a fight. I think me and Clive are going to have a fight. Doesn't he realise that driving around in an SRV isn't as easy? I mean, he can't concentrate. No. No, I haven't, Pro Rock. And I don't... Why would someone use a brick? Of all things. Not even something that's remotely pliable. I mean, obviously don't use your curtains. I'm not telling you to actually use your curtains. That would be ridiculous. Don't do that. Clive? Clive, come here. The internet wants to talk to you. What are you doing? What have you been up to? Yeah, we're just going to shoot the panels out. The chances are I'm going to come back out to one of these sites another time to gather everything that I need to gather up to unlock Guardian stuff, if that's what I want to do. I don't see me doing much of it, to be honest. It's more of a enjoy the background right now. I'm also waiting on the go-ahead from my BGS people, my BGS controllers, I guess that's what we'll call them, as to where Commander Minbin should drop off all of his exploration data, because I'm going to have a lot. Stop going forwards. There we go. Too many axes of control. I do really enjoy the Guardian sites. They are anything alien and Elite Dangerous is definitely a big plus for me. I feel like humanity being alone in the galaxy is a bloody terrifying thing, but at the same time it'd probably be best for us if we were, which is I say that just because I know what humanity are like. Super deep. Going to switch from talking about using curtains as toilet paper to super deep, important, metaphysical, and metaphysics. Because why the devil not? Current politicians meeting aliens. Yeah, I could. And it's terrifying. It's one of these few times where I say I think we should actually send the army in first. Like in every film they would send the army in. That's like a general turns up and it's like, oh, are you in charge here? And it's like, yeah, I'm in charge. I'm like I'm a super high up, I'm general. Oh, so you're military. And it's like, yeah, I am. And then the war starts. But I feel like that would be the least destructive way of handling it. Could you imagine Donald Trump meeting aliens? It'd be the nobody rules planets better than me. Yeah, but they're like, we actually don't care. Like, we don't really give a damn about your planet. Like, and yeah, if someone finds us, the chances are that it wouldn't be the only alien life they've ever found. How's that for thoughts? Builder all around Mars. Well, we know Mars. There's nothing on Mars, don't we? Yeah. See, Pro Rock. The thing is that it'll get recovered, is what will happen, and there'll be no storyline around it. I mean, I think nuclear bombs in space, right? As long as they're not used in close proximity to a planet, the only effect you have to worry about is really the EMP, because with how close that we fly to stars, the amount of radiation that our ships are exposed to and can handle is actually insane. Okay, this puppy's not shooting back, which we like. So yeah, it's just the amount of radiation put out by a star massively outweighs the use of a nuclear weapon. And nuclear weapons are, as we know, outlawed in... I thought they were outlawed in Elite Dangerous law, which is why we don't have them, you know? I might be wrong. I'm open to be corrected on law, but I thought I read that somewhere. But yeah, if someone set it off in a station, that would be pretty destructive, wouldn't it? That would be real bad news. I mean, even just being in space, not even flying to a neutron jet cone, the amount of radiation that's in space is obscene. And you rely on an atmosphere as a developing species in order to actually be able to survive and evolve. Now, I will mention, I don't think the Guardian site is meant to look like this, which sounds like a weird thing for me to say, with that really kind of cool blurriness in the background and stuff. I feel like it's not really meant to look like this. But it does. But it do. So, oh well. But yeah, actually, no, I'm going to do my usual bit of encouragement because I haven't done it yet. I always forget. Please make sure you do hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. As you guys know, I do appreciate it. It does show me some great support for the stream. Helps grease the wheels on the YouTube train, as it were. And at the same time, if you are watching on Twitch and you haven't followed already, then you probably should follow and also subscribe on the YouTubes as well. There will be a new set of videos coming very soon once my bathroom's decorated, and what I'll be doing is I'm not going to be filming it from my bathroom. I just realised how that sounded. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing VR ship tours. So we're going to be doing a full comprehensive look around each cockpit for each ship in VR, having a little look for little Easter eggs, little details that we can find, such as in the Sidewinder, there's 3 fire extinguishers and a manual on how to actually fly your ship, which I feel like I appreciate. Oh, Nightbot, hey, how you doing? You're waving your tiny arms frantically to get my attention before leaving. Wait, where are you going? Where are you going, Nightbot? I'm going to drop Pylon in the tub. Okay, no. So, I'm not going to do that because I just play with it. Now, and also we just have a shower. It's quite a small bathroom, and I made the decision that in order to make the most of said bathroom, the smart move would be that we got rid of the tub and just had a shower put in. And actually, you know what? It looks proper smart for a studio flat. It's a kind of a ultimate bat pad. Listen, bachelor pad. Right, where the sentinels at then? The sentinels pop up for that one? Okay. Let's fire off the other one. I'm assuming this is one of the ones that I don't need the key for, and I'll be able to use the relic instead. Big assumptions from me there. Freddo the Clown, you rude bastard, is what I have to say to you. Thank you very much. It's poor taste to come on someone else's channel and attempt to spam links to your own channel. Very, very rude. Poor taste. And the thing is that had you sent me a message, had I had a look at your channel, had I decided that actually, yeah, it's good and might be worth promoting, I would do. Because I'm alright like that. The way I see it is that YouTube subscribers, I don't mind if someone subscribed to someone else. They are perfectly entitled to be. There is no reason why someone can't be subscribed to more than one YouTube channel for gaming. But let that be known. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, Nightbite, it was. You make you earn your oil bath that you get. You're like, I get an oil bath? Yeah, you do. You're allowed that. I feel like this is one of the sites that I don't actually recognise the layout for. So, YouTube chat is dead again, is it? Let's have a look. Oh, and also I'm not getting the Twitch chat come through either, which I'm really sorry about, Shadow Jackets. Apparently, got some weird stuff going on with the chat. That's weird, isn't it? Oh, there you go, show jackets. Now I'm seeing it. There we go. Right, I've refreshed the old cache on the chat, so it should be good. But yeah, what I wanted to check, what I was trying to check, was the layout for this place. There's one over there. It means there'll be one over there as well, which means we haven't been over to that side. That's fine. But yeah, I'm now seeing it come through. So sorted. Clive disconnected it with his sandpaper. Don't. Somehow Clive would do stuff. I'm thinking of setting up a Clive cam for my streams as well, so you guys can watch him sleep at the same time, which is pretty creepy to us if it was a human being, him being a cat. So you can watch him sleep at the same time as me stream, so you have cat cam. I thought that might be entertaining. Well, it's about time that I put a cat cam up. Well. Only thing is that him being a cat means he doesn't sleep in the same place all the time. And during streams that I'm playing games, I'm not going to follow him around and chase him with a camera. Because we used to have... I did set up a channel called Cat on a Sofa, which was essentially just a live stream of Clive sleeping on the sofa whilst I was at work, or whilst I was out, and all that kind of stuff. But he never really got into it. He didn't get into it. He stopped sleeping. He just stopped sleeping in the same place. Bouncy Stickman, yeah, it is. It is acting up, apparently. Hooray! Yeah, Pyrock, that's the thing, you know, cats, they get a lot of publicity, you know, everyone loves a cat. But to be fair, most of his subs are people from here, from YouTube's chat. Let's have a look. What's going on here? Oh, no, don't want that. Right, we should pop, pop. There we go. Might fix it. Do my best there. Restream chat being restream chat can be a bit of a pain, but there you go. It's if not, it's on the screen anyway for you guys. So you'll have to make do. The internet is made of cats, memes, and boobs. Hey Seth, how you doing? Oh, it's minor technical difficulties, if ever there were any, I would say. No, I'm not going to go and buy a GoPro, especially just to put on Clive. But then you wouldn't see him. You'd only see what he sees, which currently would be a wall, because he's lying there facing a wall. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of Guardian Sentinels, and I don't like the way their weapons bounce you around. It makes coming to one of these sites in VR borderline impossible. And he's about to fire missiles at me from point blank range, isn't he? Oh, yeah. Engage shields! They're already on! Oh god, we're screwed. But yeah, restream chat. Broken AF. Good job, Restream. I try to fix it. Dave, no point defense on the ship because I never planned to come out here. It's the thing. I never planned that this was going to be a thing. I honestly didn't think Minbin would ever come out this far. Right, we're gonna move because this is an appalling angle to be shooting at one of them. There we go. What do you... Oh, Halo, no! It's too early for them! Shanjackers, you've got the little Einstein. I don't know that. I don't know what that is. I don't know the theme. Gosh. Oh, kind of spontaneous, I guess, Dave. It's more that when Minbin went out, he went out to the Gnosis, and I thought what would happen is that I would go to the Gnosis, I'd explore out there, and then I'd just come back. But that isn't what happened in the end. Because the problems with the Gnosis, I ended up just jumping off of it and deciding that I would come back and do whatever, really. Right, we've got one pylon that's not charged somewhere. Apparently. One pylon that's not charged, and this place 100% needs a key rather than... Yeah, Shadowjackets, I'm a pretty old man, and being British at the same time means that we don't always get all the same stuff. Right, these are almost always symmetrical. So I would assume there'd be one round here? Like... Is there one in the middle with mist or something? Like charged, that one's charged, that one's charged, that one is charged. So, need additional pylons. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know where it'll be. Like, mate, I feel like there'll be one over there. But yeah, they typically work on, like I say, the Guardian sites are pretty symmetrical. Except they're not. Oh, we're moving into something. Let's head down this way. Am I behind my ship? Let's have a look. Shadow Jackets. Oh, I don't know you're British, do I? But it's been the olden British thing, you see. No, it's definitely not. The ship's technically not within the bounds of the ruins. So we'll have a drive around. Could be behind the main structure. I don't think it should be. Alright, Hunter. So I'm guessing you mean the gym. You were at the gym. I must admit, I do very much miss going to the gym. I used to go 5 times a week. Used to lift weights. Used to be buff back in the day. Now I'm not. It makes me sad. Yeah, missing one. Missing one. Ah! Oh, Pro Rock, no. I don't know, Alan. I don't know if it does count as being old. I don't even know if I count as being old at 34. I'm sure there are lots of people that tell me that I'm not. But I mean, very, very 80s as far as my upbringing goes. That's what I would say. Very 80s. Right. Where on Earth is the pylon? Look at me assuming that I found all of them anyway, when there is one right bloody here. Found it. Found it. Jeremiah, you sound not old. Okay, well that's good. I'm glad that you said that. Normally I'd get loads of comments telling me that I am. But I certainly feel old sometimes. Something I watched a compilation yesterday of 80s cartoon. All pylons charge. It's not remotely symmetrical. Why isn't it symmetrical? Afternoon, Philip. How you doing? I don't have cat ears. I don't want weird, strange cat people. I think that's pretty grim. Yeah, Shadow Jackets. I do not recognise that at all in any way, shape, or form. I honestly, I don't know what I'm looking at there. All right, Sentinel, what are you doing? Peekaboo. A little bit further forward. Because it's got itself stuck. Guardian AIs. Yeah. We'll go grab its stuff. And then we're without a doubt, I need so much more than what I've been picking up at this place. But I'm not doing the boring relogging for it or anything like that. Because like I say, it's boring. Oops. Shadow Jackets, I don't recognise the look of it, and I'm not going to listen to it on stream, because what happens is when you listen to stuff on stream, you always get hit with a copyright strike, so you kind of got to be careful. Right, well that actually isn't the destructible panel that it has targeted. Yeah, Hunter, I'm also waiting for you to tell me the best place to drop my data off for BGS purposes, because we're going to have quite a bit. I assume I'm going to have quite a bit. I may say maybe about 30 mil, something like that, which would be alright. Okay, this place 100% needs a key. I'm going to try a relic anyway, I think. Give it a go. Ooh, what else are we carrying? Twitch has died in the early now. Oh, you know what? It's just the way it's going. It's just third-party tools, third-party software. What can I tell you? Alright, Shadow. Listen a bit. So you say dinner, but it's lunchtime, so you're getting lunch. Or do you call lunch dinner? And then you call your dinner tea? Because I know there are certain places that do that. Oh, I've picked up a... No, no, go forward. Oh, hello. No, 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 it's the right one. So we can actually get a vessel blueprint here. That's actually quite a surprise. A vessel blueprint? No. We can get a weapons blueprint, which is a bit crap. New data discovered. Guardian weapon blueprint fragment. Hooray! Ah. That's something I completely forgot about would happen. $12 is dinner and around 5 is tea. Yeah, I'm guessing you're from somewhere north. Making carriage night, 2 days worth. Is your friend's place tomorrow for game night? Oh, Halo, nice. I like a good curry. I mean, who would like a bad one? Stop firing at my ship! They didn't do anything to you. Right, stop moving your HOTAS plater, because you don't need to be. You don't need to move that. You're making it really difficult for yourself, and now we're upside down. Good job. What I need to do is, what did I bind handbrake to? No! My SRV! My poor SRV. It didn't do anything. It just shot up their ancient technology. But then again, what else was I supposed to do? See, Kevin, I'm just picking up what's here, to be honest, mate. This character, well, this account is what I've described as my alt account. So, Commander Plater, my actual me, I guess, has got a wait, did I? No. Thought. Ah, yeah, I've bound handbrake to something, so that helps. And then we can just sit here and shoot them. I'm just grabbing what I can, to be honest. That's pretty much it, Kevin. William, good morning, mate. How you doing? Oh, this is bad. We're a little bit stuck here. Self-right mechanism? Check. Back in the day when I used to play Robot Wars, watch Robot Wars. I never competed. Shremek. There we go. Yeah, I'm just grabbing what I can from here. I'm doing just one circuit. I can't really bother to do too much. I'm not going to do any of the grind. I'll have a quick buzz around, make sure we've got everything, and then we'll jump in the ship and we are going to head back. Might swing by another Guardian site. Might do that. But yeah, we're done at this one, that's for sure. Actually, yeah, you're right. It would be pretty epic, wouldn't it? Disappointed by the sense of the weapon is more crowd control than lethal boom. Yeah, Halo, it is, you're right. But then again, they weren't built to destroy SRVs, they were built to handle whatever the Guardians had to deal with. You've got to remember that, is that their technology was built to essentially kill other Guardians and Thargoids, not us. Now, something I would love to see is if someone could kite a Thargoid to a Guardian site. This would be literally impossible. Just because the amount of time involved, and they inhabit very different parts of space. But if you could, I would be really interested to see what would happen. I'd be pretty in for that. Yeah, Pro-Rock. Like I say, impossible. If someone could do it, I would have mad quantities of respect for them. And they better let me multi-crew it on their ship. So, we picked a couple of different spots on the way back that we were going to check out, I think. Just going to make sure we set this to not services, but we want civilization. And we'll change that to Guardians. If we take out none, let's just visit the next Guardian site on the way. And let's get ourselves out of here. Yeah, 100% just no. You wouldn't be able to do it. Pro-Rock is right, it'd be impossible due to the not necessarily just instancing. Because you can. Well, actually, wait. That's a lie. So what happens is when you're flying in from a planet into space, what happens is that you leave the actual planet zone and you drop into orbital cruise. Now, as soon as you reach orbital cruise, you change instance. And this is something that we've, myself and Greatest have found a couple of times where we have been trying to get his SRV into space from one planet to another. We've found that once you leave orbital cruise to height and distance, you switch instance. And then from there, you're in super cruise. So even though you could be in a ship that's not travelling the right speed, you have to drop out of super cruise in order to find them. You can't see non-super cruise ships in super cruise. It's a bit of an odd one, I guess. If I'm explaining that, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but hopefully, yeah, Pro-Rock. I mean, that they don't, do they? And you'd think, well, I suppose they're extinct. Why would they? They've come where the life is. But yeah, plenty of monkeying around. There you go, Halo. Wait, I definitely need to say, if I take out the none... What? Yeah, no, if I take out the none, as in no civilization, that's what I'm talking about. And let's not forget this is supposed to be a voyage of discovery. So we're gonna grab ourselves. Oh no, it's in the wrong planet. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. Grab that place. Miles O'Brien, the first one to find it. I appreciate the reference to Star Trek. I'd say imbalanced Pro-Rock rather than bugged, I guess. But having done some anti-Xeno operations the other day on stream, which actually was really good fun doing the AX conflicts. But it was a bit of a sad time. Dave said, so the carrier and they push back, will we pay DLC or free? Dave, don't know. No clue. No way of knowing at this point. I did reach out to Frontier, spoke to Will Flanagan about what's coming up, and asked if he could tell me anything. Unfortunately, that's not what we want to be in. They couldn't tell me. Not in a position to reveal any details yet. It's very much the case of soon, TM. We will find out eventually. But the answer is soon. And for me, we're over halfway through Q1. I would like to have some even hint of what's coming. Just say there is an announcement coming. An announcement of an announcement would be better than no announcement. I feel like I'd like to hear your guys' opinions on it though. Should we know? Should we find out? Should we be told? When should we be told? Should we be told? That's the question. Needed back. No, I wouldn't say that, Pro Rock. Things aren't better. Like, things aren't worse. He has obviously moved on to a very different role, and he works for Bethesda now, which is their European bodge. Halo, have I seen pictures of Explorers Anchorage? No, I haven't. Rocky bodies. We'll pick off the gas giants because gas giants are worth a little bit more. I wouldn't say. I mean, having communicated with Will, I know for a fact that there'll be some things you can say and some things you can't. Oh, Philip, I think you might be a little bit far behind because I am no longer there. Well, Perrock, he can only improve the way they handle stuff. Hey Minnie, how you doing? What the ever looking for capture bread? You just found in Red Dead 2. You know what? Haven't played it. Not got a console. The most recent console I have purchased was I got a Switch for Christmas last year. And me and Mrs. played vast quantities of Super Mario Odyssey. Right, we have arrived in the system we were going for. We have ancient ruins and a guardian structure, which is good. Let's get our scans off, shall we? Let's see what we got. Oh. 4 shells are fun. I know you think 4 shells are fun. All I know is that I've never seen a Corvette go 700 meters per second before until you introduced me to the effects of 4 shells. And that was terrifying. I did not know what to think. Right. So, is there something here? Yeah, we got some stuff going on. Let's refine the signal a bit. We actually find the planets. We know what we're gonna have to go land on. How many? 30 bodies. Kind of immediately regret this decision. We live and we learn. Do all the zooming. We got some. This is ridiculous. Okay. Big Chungus, hello. How you doing? What a name! What a name! And I just said it on stream without knowing what the word means. So hey, that's fun. Pretty sure everything in the system has been found already, so we don't have to worry too much about the old scanners. There you go, next little cluster of planets. At least they're clustered together, which makes things a little bit, I guess, easier to find. You got a new joystick too, going to be fun and very well. What did you get? That's the question. God, look at me unintentionally ignoring comments from Mini. Madness, eh? But yeah, what did you get? What'd 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 you get? Same choice as Logic Extreme 3D Pro. Extreme 3D Pro? Oh, well, that's a useless place for a planet to be. That is also going to be... Oh, no, we're alright, we're alright. Right, so the only thing we have left to scan, by the looks of things... Oh, no, we got one in here. Got a couple. Right. 3, but oh no. Nice. Okay. 2 planetary bodies left, and they are going to obviously be behind the star. I cannot be bothered to fly around the star. Had some roll that wouldn't go away, was interfering with your flying. Yeah, Mini, I know what you mean. Halo, I mean, really? Really? You got ancient ruins, guardian structure. Now, ancient ruins don't do anything. They have got nothing there to really be done with. Guardian structures, on the other hand, do. Now, do we... Let's have a quick look at the old system map, actually. So, what planet was it? Let's actually pay attention. A3. A3, which is this one. So you know what? Oh, it's been mapped, which is a shame. I was hoping it wouldn't have been. Oh well, we will go on to the next place, I think. Yeah, see, back in the day before engineering, Mini, could you imagine that? Pre-engineering. Pre-engineering. I can't even believe that was a thing. Looking back on it now, well, the fact that even before the Corvette didn't exist. That was a good one. But guns and buns. Guns and buns. Yeah, buns and guns. Guns and buns. This is a very populated system. Lots of stuff in here. Because if I were a guardian structure, I would be on over here is where I'd be. That's for sure. I wouldn't be on any of these. I'd be on these. Why? The reason why is that typically... Oh, so close. So close on the old Earth likes. But yeah, that's normally where they would be. We're gonna take a gamble and we're gonna fly over to this star. Because Guardians typically have built around brown dwarf stars, which I find interesting. Wait, Dave, buns are at the back, man. buns are typically at the back. Well, I thought they were. Let's quick look at the galaxy map. I want to know how far away from home I am. We are, because we'll be going back to Hilla, or somewhere around there. Only 500 light years from home. Nice. Not too far away. And any second now we should have the Guardian signal pop up. Unless I'm totally wrong. No, I'm not wrong. So, you know, I think we will scan or map this planet whilst we're there. Shadow Jackets, well, welcome back. What have you got for lunch? And are you sharing with the rest of the class? Shower, hey, how you doing? Hail Ployd, indeed. Which I just want to point out, I was not allowed to say as part of my voice recordings for Platus Tyranny. I really wanted to have it in there, but I wasn't allowed. Because apparently, people could have found it offensive. Because I wanted to be like, hail! Like that, rather than, you know, the alternative hail from that time in Germany that it was a thing, you know. Yeah, Mini, that was a problem. Big Clive. Wait, there's a YouTuber called Big Clive. Unusual? Oh, wrong planet. Look at that. A cougar, so maybe Courtney Car. That's your go-to for a cougar. Okay. I can't believe there's someone called Big Clive. Right, we need to do... Oh. That's the target is 3. I shouldn't have fired one in the middle. We'll see. Bacon omelette. Bacon and omelette with lots of cheese. Can't go wrong with cheese. With regards to sharing, hell no. Well, that's disappointing. Oh, we made a mistake here. Oh no, this should be, actually this might be alright. This is I messed that one up. Ah no. I fired that one way too far off. It's gonna leap around behind the planet, which I don't want it to. That one's hit. Just gonna get to 80%, 90% even. Oh, come on! There we go. Alright. Okay, next place we're going to go to is over here. This is one of the original sites, actually. This is like one of the first sites to be found. That's not too far. There's a surprising, actually, lack of Guardian places in this particular area. Surprising. I kind of thought there were more. Unless, oh, they're literally they're just further out. Like this is the Guardian bubble. Oh well, we'll have to come back at some point. I'm not equipped for it. I would definitely want to come back with point defense if I were. That is for sure. And a red dwarf is the next spot, so we'll be able to have a refuel. You're not looking up more big. I'm right, Alan. I can't be. I can't. That's probably sounds a bit risky. It'd get you in trouble. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be using Minbin for anti-Xeno fighting. I don't think that's going to be... I don't go through all the unlocks for Guardian Tech again on a second account particularly. Engineering, kind of do all the essential stuff. Yeah, Minnie, you're going to have to, man. I'm sorry to say it, but yeah, you're going to have to. Now, let's have a little look-see. Because, yeah, Minbin is in desperate need of... he's unlocked, like, one engineer, maybe two. Let's have a little look. Right. Just technology. I'll have a look at. I don't know if we can unlock any tech at all. No, we can't. We can't unlock a single thing. Not even the FSD booster. We are missing everything. Literally everything. So, guess we won't be doing that. Getting a bit spicy there. Yeah, Showa, it is funny. No, see that, Minnie, that's you talking to yourself, isn't it? Just you chatting away to yourself. Minnie, I have no idea what game that is. Show's gonna be like, conspiracy theory, it's not real, none of it's real, all of it's fake. Oxygen not included, right. A solid management sim then. Minnie, yeah, go for it. Go for it. But yeah, there's I might have to stray into another space game. I'm thinking of streaming this evening as well. So you get 2 streams in one day, which is going to be ideal for those people that don't always, or can't watch the daytime ones, or can't watch the evening ones. I'm thinking of straying into a different space game. I'm not sure which one. Philip, it's not. I think the issue is that you've got to click the live button, which you're not going to hear for ages, I guess. But yeah, I might stray into another space game, possibly, and I mean, I hate to say this, Star Citizen, because I keep trying to play it, I keep trying to get into it, and my problem with Star Citizen is that I keep kind of coming up against things that don't work on it, and it's a bit of a pain because I've got like I've got 6,000 credits or whatever, the currency, and I'm like, hey, yay, I've got so much money. You've got no money, but it's an absolute pain in the backside because you pick up your missions and it doesn't tell you where to land and all that stuff. And right, yes, this is one of the original ones. Now you got Desiat. Let's go for home. Build plan. That's a brown dwarf. Where are we gonna? No, Minnie, I'm just not interested in it. I'm just seriously not interested in Kerbal whatsoever. Yeah, Jeremiah, things definitely don't work in Star Citizen. Did you know you can't go backwards? Did you know you can't fly backwards?
Hello there.
Oh no, I need to refill that one. Bottom X, thank you very much for the follow. How you doing? We are going to have a quick change in the old star class so that we can refuel on the way home. What I'm looking when I talk about space games, Mini, I like something a little bit action-packed, something with some shooty, something with some splodey. I like a little bit of crafting, so possibly, actually, you know what? Osiris New Dawn has just launched a new update for one of their beta, so I might give that a go. Star Citizen is an interesting one. At the moment, the thing is that right, what really bothers me is the way things are at the moment in Elite Dangerous. You look at the HUD, it is crystal clear, it's very easy to read, all that kind of stuff, and Star Citizen unfortunately has blurry writing, which I find totally puzzling. Even at max details, max settings, blurry writing in the cockpit, which I think is, I guess, unacceptable. It's set 500 years in the future. Why is the writing blurry? Why? But, I have never played Freelancer Mini. But Jeremiah, like I say, with Star Citizen, I like I love the getting in and out of your ship. I like the having a wander around. I like all of that stuff. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I can't get enough progression in the game to be able to get further out, like further into it. I feel like it's I picked up a mission and I had to travel 19 million kilometers, right? And I had to sit there, not even like the Star Citizen equivalent of Super Cruise. I just can't do it. I can't do it, Hunter. Mini, have I played the Homeworld series? No, I haven't. But it's an RTS and a management sim, and I'm not a huge fan of it. I gave Homeworld a go, and unfortunately it felt very dated. So that was the thing. But yeah, no, it means I'm really picky when it comes to games. Like really picky. What I have been trying to find is, do you guys remember the old Star Trek RTS game? Do you guys remember that? Can't remember what it's called for the life of me. Pigeon dating sim. I'm not doing that. I'm not pigeon dating. So I might do a Star Citizen stream. Only thing is, Star Citizen is an absolute killer on resources. Much to my surprise, it really canes your hard drive, which is just shows how, I guess, how badly optimized it is this game. But it's still a work in progress, so you can't hate on it too much. And like I say, I like the idea of getting out of the ship. I like the idea of interacting with people. Unfortunately, Uncanny Valley is a real thing in that the character's eyes are dead, And I hate the fact that every time you go into it, you have to choose what your character looks like. I also hate the fact that you always end up back at the same bloody place at the starport. That's always where you start back, and you can't just carry on from where you were. And I think that's a bit crap. I mean, Shadow Jackets, you could argue that Elite Dangerous is still a work in progress as well. I mean, you wouldn't have to argue very hard. You just say it is a work in progress, and then pick one of the many bugs that is out there at the moment that needs correcting. As a BGS player, there is a lot of BGS things that need correcting and rebalancing. There's some things like that which I'm not exactly impressed with. Like, for example, where two factions go to war, one faction wins 7 days of the war, dominates for 7 days, and then at the end of it, the faction that loses gets the influence, which is like, oh. See, Shadow Jackets, you can't have blind kind of loyalty to a game. I think it's very important that you're able to think critically about a game and see it for its flaws. If you still enjoy it, it's great. That's all good. And obviously, I still enjoy Elite Dangerous because I will be playing it so much. It's a visual treat. It is very much good for my eyes to look at. So there's that. That's one thing I wanted to check actually. Broker, Pathfinder, Novice. Okay. But yeah, you got to be able to look at something constructively and decide, you know, whether it's where you want it to be. Is it good? Is it bad? What could be improved? What do you like and what can you take forward? Wiser, yeah, I have seen the amount of starports that are attacked. It's a joke, and it's impossible. It puts humanity on the back foot, but there's no storyline progression with it, which is what I'm talking about with being critical. So what I really enjoy, the anti-Xeno conflict zones. Real good fun. You know, you can take some friends, you can go and blow some stuff up, and really get involved with it. And it's a challenge, which is fantastic when the instancing works. Being critical. And yeah, definitely. But yeah, there's no talk of storyline, no actual progression. You know. And I think that's a bit of a shame that there's no, oh yeah, the storyline's progressing and the Thargoids are pushing us back. And do you remember when we had the Commander Chronicles all the time? Those little videos that would come out every time something happened? They were fantastic. I want them back. I thought they were absolutely brilliant. You know, I was getting to see them testing the missiles out and being all evasive maneuvers, but you're the pilot. Alan, you know, if one particular YouTuber disagree, well, they're wrong, aren't they? That simple as that. They are wrong. We are going to head over to Plater's Tyranny. This is a long time since Mimbin has been here. Been a while. Come on, Gypsy. Hey, how you doing? Any idea? That's it. Dave, no idea. Just kill the scouts in 3 hours, reduce the presence from massive to moderate. Pay was lazy though. Wiser, yeah. I mean, if you win the conflict zone, I think it's right. Right, Philip. There you go. But yeah, I mean, I play Elite Dangerous a lot, and I mean, this account won't tell me how much I've actually played it for. But yeah, if I had final say, how would you progress a story? How would the story progress? Okay, we need more than Galnet articles. I figure we need a collection of the Commander Chronicle videos, which I understand would be quite intensive to put in. Also, storyline, I think we need to have lines of communication with Thargoids. And also, what I would like to see is different, and this is very much, I would like to see different types of Thargoid ships. Thargoid motherships would be interesting to see, but they would have to be more than just, oh look, a bigger swarm and more hearts. Not what I want. I want to see, don't tell me that the Thargoids have come up with one ship design. They've gone, we'll just make this one design better. And you know what we need? We just need more. We just need more. Just need, like, and to be fair, it works on us, but only because you have to be really specialised in the weapons you use. And obviously, I'm not just talking about, you know, the experts in the Anti-Xeno Initiative who can totally destroy them. I see, why is that? That's not true. You don't have to destroy the Hydra. We've done it, but actually only on stream the other day. We did it and we repelled the incursion, and then a Hydra turned up in the last. It was like, frame shift anomaly detected, and then over the camera goes, it's a Hydra, it's a Hydra, and we're like, we're leaving, we're out of here. It's like, time to go. Having none of that. And home. Plater's Tyranny, you beautiful station, you. But yeah, I mean, the flower being a perfect ship shape. Is it though? Is it? I mean, very much your standard UFO shape, I think. But I'm in for, I say, like, mechanically, if we're talking about progressing the storyline, not just destroyed stations, a little bit more in the way of interaction for them. So if maybe, like, you could build on existing mechanics. So you know how we have conflict zones at the moment. Well, why couldn't you have a station repair that also involves a bar going up based on the actions you perform? So you use decon limpets on it, repair limpets on it, as well as delivering a reasonable number of materials to repair it. But have it actually update real time. That's what I'd want to see. I think there's an awful lot that happens in the background and you have to look at menus to see it. I would like to see everything real time on my screen, personally. That would be better to me. And it's kind of old mechanics left over from, and you can see the difference in the design. So I feel like it could be a different way of doing it. But yeah, you can see the difference in design and the direction Elite Dangerous is taking versus what we had before, and it's definitely progression. It's definitely moving forward, and I think you can see the difference in the designers who and the game producers that are in it. So, for example, now we have Adam Woods, who's leading the project, versus Sandro, who was. Sandro was kind of very much in that nitty-gritty. Direct, this has this does that, this does this, follow this flowchart, do this. Crime and Punishment, excellent example. Very complicated, involved a flowchart to explain. Nothing should be that complicated. Real life Crime and Punishment is not that complicated. So I feel like you've got to have something going off in the direction. Shadow Jackets, we need a Thargoid defector to allow us to communicate. No, what we need Guardians. That's what we need. Think, if you look at the way that they took the, oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but if you look at the way that they did Independence Day, the second movie, yeah, it was absolutely bloody awful, but they had the other alien race turn up as a construct and be like, oh, hello, we want to teach you to help defeat them and do this, and just kind of elevate humanity a little bit more, because we have had the same ships for hundreds of years, and that's the thing you've got to remember as well. We've had the same ships for hundreds of years. And, you know, apart from things like the Corvette, the Cutter, and then also the Alliance trio. That end of the crates as well. Yeah, alright, Crate Phantom, Crate, yeah. Those ones. All the ones that are new have been released recently. They're new. That's cool. But we've had the same Python for how long? You know, it's been the same bloody thing for that length of time. Hooray, we'll get rid of that. But what we're going to be doing is we'll see. How's anything that showing your stream videos lagging? Oh. Is it, Philip? I don't know if it is. Oh, yeah, it does that sometimes. That's weird. But yeah, see, Philip, for you to take that long to get there. But no, I mean, you have to click live at the bottom because chances are you're behind. That's what I'm trying to say. Marty TV, you're saying that they need more purpose, direction, and reason. Yep. Yep. Definitely. Going for extraction economies, most of the occasions are always in extraction. Why is that interesting? I think it's because they have kind of least impact on it, and they're typically backwater systems. So if we have like, look, let's have a look at. This is the unfortunate thing. Wiser is that my system, my home system. We are unfortunately, we're an industrial refinery system, which means that we could potentially be targeted. Industrial refinery being what it is, it's a bit of a we could have a problem here, which would be a shame. Now, how far off are we the tick? Oh, we're pretty far off, aren't we? Well, let's have a look at the old shipyard. See what we've got going on in here. Crate Mark 2. Nice. We actually... How many ships does Minbin have? I think I only have an Anaconda and that's it. But this is worrying. There you go, Philip. Sorted. Okay, we've got a Vulture. Seos. Why there? And we will have a Crate Mark 2. Oh, well, we'll not buy another one. We'll transfer over here. Hey, Tato, how you doing, bud? We have our Dolphin, which, again, we're going to transfer over to here as well. But yeah, Hunter, just to give you an idea of how much exploration data that I have. Yeah, Dave, we're wasting money buying another one and got rid of them. Yeah, so that one page is 6 mil, and I don't have, and I've got like, let's check the next 50, because we're not selling it. We're not selling it yet. Just get an idea of how much we got. 4 mil there, so that's 10 mil. Do I believe the exosuits like the Javelin's Anthem would be a good addition to Elite Technology combat and gameplay? No. No, I don't. Because, and the reason why is Elite, like, mech combat is its own genre of gameplay. Tato, what I'm not dropping the bomb. I'm checking to see how much of a payload we've got before we drop it. I'm waiting on the tick for BGS purposes before we know. But yeah, I feel like mech combat is its own separate thing. I think it would be really bloody annoying to encounter it. I'm all for like standard run around combat, but only if it's like you pick up a mission for it, you go, you do the mission. There's no strict first-person shooter engagement the way that there is in other games like Call of Duty. I'm not a huge fan of that. But I feel like it would detract too much away from the ships, especially if you could upgrade them in that way. I played a bit of Anthem, and I thought it was a bit clunky in places. Right, so that's us up to 20 mil. I guess 30 mil. Oh no! No! Only 20 mil! Rubbish. Oh. What's Stellaris like? Darren, never played it, but I know it's a 4X game, and I am just not into them. I've tried to play a bunch of things by Stardock, if you know Stardock. Galactic Civilization 3. I wasn't a fan of it. I wanted to be. I really, really wanted to be. But it let me down. What's the fault you got on it? No engineering though. Ah, we'll bring it here. Why not? Shadow jackets, yeah. Tactical nuke inbound. So we've got one. Wait, what? That's that long. Right, oh, had a real weird moment. Do you have Civilization's Extreme Civ? No, I haven't, because I'm just not... It sounds awful, but I don't like turn-based games. I find them really, really boring. The exception for that is XCOM, like old-school XCOM. Total War series, I've not really played them, but I was a real big fan of Command & Conquer games back in the day. I really liked Command & Conquer 3, Tiberium Wars. Tiberium Wars, yeah. Enjoyed that. Then it got a bit. See, Jeremiah, here's the thing. Astroneer. I've watched quite a bit of the broadcast with it on, and I don't like the visuals. How bad is that? Not a fan of the Worms games. Well, that's different. But yeah, I'm not. It's a. I like a visual. I like accurate. So right. I don't like cartoony games particularly. Worms has a very special place in my heart because it was one of the first PC games I ever played. That, along with things like X-Wing, TIE Fighter. Want to do pack counts later. Tado, we could do actually. Xenonauts. Ah, right. So Christopher, Xenonauts. I don't like it because it's a remake of an original game, and XCOM was just like awesome. But yeah, see, Bottomax, that's the thing, you know, with the visuals, I don't like cartoon games. I like something to be a little bit more interesting, a little bit more realistic, so that I can immerse myself in it. Could stream me on X-Wing again, yeah, could do. Right, Clinton. Here's the thing. Some remakes I do like. So XCOM, the most recent one, XCOM 2, really enjoy them. I like the visuals. Gameplay is okay. Really hard in places like you can get entirely annihilated in one go. But what I like is it has to be either one, true to the original, or see, because Xenonauts, I don't think it needed to be made, because the original XCOM UFO Enemy Unknown, or XCOM Defense, depending if you're in the States or in the UK, you see, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, you see. I just want to check something in paint jobs. Huh. We didn't get that, even though we are signed up for a newsletter. That's fine. But yeah, it's not that I'm totally against remakes. It's that I prefer the original games because they have a certain place in my heart from when I used to play them as a kid. So where I played them as a kid, I put so many hours into Terror from the Deep and XCOM, for example. Well, Clinton, Elite Dangerous is a sequel. That's also something to consider. And I did really like the Doom reboot. Huge fan. Which again was technically a reboot / sequel, because there are certain bits in it that are loyal to the original, and anyway, but yeah, that's my thing. I I can't believe it. Can't believe that I didn't. Only 20 mil in exploration data. This could be a right pain. So yeah, different things. But yeah, Tato, ping me a message when you are done with your nappy nap. You're done with your nappy. Oh god, not the best choice of words there. When you're done with your nap, having your nap, let me know, and we can go and do pack hound runs for stuff. Oh no, actually that might not work, because Commander Plater is still in the system that we were doing the anti-Xeno stuff with, so it might take a little bit of time to get back. Oh no, you know what? It'll be fine. It will be fine. But yeah, it's a really difficult one to explain, is that some games are best left untouched and best left messed with. Can I give a brief rundown on the BGS? Oh. Right, Clinton, you're going to have to be so much more specific, because BGS is a very complicated topic. There's a lot to it. It makes a real difference. I can figure what you're trying to do now with waiting for the tick. Right, okay, so the reason why I'm waiting for the tick is... I guess I'm going to give it a little brief example of what I would look to do with the exploration data. So exploration data will increase your influence in a system, and say for example at the moment our system is currently sat at 70% influence in this particular system. Now we aren't looking to expand, so I don't particularly want to push this much higher, because if it hits 75% it will trigger an expansion, and we don't necessarily want that to happen. So what we would probably do is I'd look at one of my other systems and be like, okay, what needs pushing up? But at the same time as pushing up a system, our influence in a system, we would have to be concerned. For some reason, this place is the happiest. I don't really understand that. But what we'd have to be concerned about would be whether or not it would push down, because when your influence goes up, you have to take it from someone else. So we could be on 50%, someone else could be on 20%. I drop onto exploration data. We go at 5%. There'd be 5% that would be taken from them, so therefore it would go up. I'm doing a lot of hand gestures that you can't see, and I'm not turning my webcam on because we're in the middle of redecorating at the moment. It looks like crap behind me without the green screen. This is why I have the green screen normally. Now, or used to. Whatever. So that's what we're keeping an eye out for at the moment with the exploration data, and we're waiting for the tick for it, which I think it might have done, or it might be in the process of ticking, or it's tocking. Happy Shrapnel data does have an effect. We have literal proof of it and examples of it. So I'm confused by that. The way you'd say that, definitely. See, yeah, but we have to wait for it to finish going. It looks to me it seems to be in the process. Hiller is now on 70%, which yesterday it was on 70%. So actually, no, it hasn't finished yet. But yeah, that's on 70%. But for me, out of ease, I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to sell it here. It doesn't matter. But I don't really want to be doing that. What we're going to do is we're going to jump into a different ship. Lots of prisoner hunters also complained about this, and they're very big. Interesting. So Clinton, I say, it's down to whether or not I want it to be done. Like, whether or not I want to do that. Whether or not I want to sell the data at this particular station, which I'm not. I don't really want to. Wow, this thing's empty. Right. So what I'm going to do though is I want to get. Oh no, only size 3. Oh, that could be alright. I'm going to outfit this Crate Phantom crate, should I say? Sorry, for mining. So it'd be quite good. But yeah, the reason why not is because I don't want to until No, Dave, it looks like what I did was I bought it and sold everything off of it for some reason. Which... yeah, I literally would have sold everything off of it. 6A thrusters, 5A frameshift drive. You see? What? What did I do? What did I do? Interesting. Oh, well, we can upgrade some bits and bobs whilst we're here. That's weird. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm holding off at the moment. We won't buy any of that. That's fine. Back into optionals. Because the good thing about Hilla is that we have lots of nice outfitting for mining, which I'm a bit of a fan of. Refinery, oh, almost good. Actually, I'm going to be doing deep core mining, so it doesn't actually matter on that one. So we will bung that in there. Oh, not fuel scoop. Refinery. There we go. Put 2A. Because yeah, we're just going to do deep core mining, so it'll be good. The Reapers, hello, how you doing? So Dave, I do want the cash. Also, in with that as well, is I would like the rank, the trade rank, because I've not brought in enough exploration data that I thought I was going to. We should have Olympic controllers here as well. No, we don't. We don't have collection Olympic controllers. Looks like we're going on a journey, people. Looks like we'll be going on a journey. Happy travel, but I say that is interesting because I don't think that's something that we have noticed. So interesting. I think we'll have to give it a go and see what happens. But yeah, we need a Prospect Olympic controller, which I don't think we have here either. Rubbish. Come out to Distant World 2. No. I don't want to. is my my answer to that. I have no desire like to do that whatsoever. I don't want to take part in Distant Worlds 2 just because I don't know if I am going to, here you go, live long enough to be able to complete it. The chances of me doing it is about 2%, so I have no desire of going to go and do it, which is the actual truth. The real reason why I'm not doing it is because I don't. Yeah, there you go. That's the reason for it. It's pretty dark. Welcome to Friday lunchtime, everybody. So, Victor, do I do any work for any minor faction? Yeah, I do. Ployd is my faction. I am the faction leader of the faction called Ployd, and they are the ones that I do more work for. Oh wait, no. Option, no, not utility mounts. Option internal. We do the pulse wave scanner actually. I have. We're gonna have to ditch one of these. Actually, we'll sell that because we're gonna need. I mean, to be, I would say if you're gonna be dumb, you're gonna be tough, and there ain't many people that are tougher than I. So. Hard points. The hard points we can definitely take care of though, because I know that we have mining utilities here, mining tools that we have. I think we're going to go for the mediums. Are going to be in the best place for some of them, I think, because all we need is the abrasion blaster. Or Tado, I currently have no plans to go to LaveCon for this very reason. So. Bottom max, have I thought of doing my own expedition, i.e. Double Enigma? No, the reason why I haven't thought of doing it is because it's not the kind of thing that you arrange for yourself. You know, and I already have a station that's named after me, so that's kind of enough. Subsurface, we don't have. Is it better? The founder of the colonization mechanics. I'm not a huge fan of it, I guess. I don't think it really. Don't think it works for me personally as an idea. But yeah, I need an abrasion blaster. Sorry, I have to concentrate on what I'm actually doing for a second, because I'm just sitting here bouncing back and forth between stuff, being like, what am I doing? But yeah, that's the thing. It's subsurface. I don't want subsurface. Subsurface deposits. No, we don't. What we need is what's that thing called? Oh my goodness. Constantine, you're very welcome, man. Good to have you along. I'm always happy to have people here. Alien Hunter, hey, how you doing? Right, we have a abrasion blaster. We're gonna need to. I think we're gonna fly over to Siemens Vision, because I think Siemens Vision has slightly better stuff. You come in and say train or something. Tato, sounds good, man. That'd be good. Seismic charge, yes. Oh God, thank you guys. Brain. No, but happy traveling all that. It's interesting. It's good to know that like you've been doing the experiments and stuff, because BGS is such a nuanced kind of thing that you do rely on other people to have kind of put the work in and found some stuff out. I think that's it's a good one. But yeah, you've got to know, and it means that other people can have a look at their BGS kind of plans and adjust accordingly. So but yeah, Siemens Vision has slightly better outfitting than Plater's Tyranny, which it's not supposed to. I asked them not to. Problem. Okay, right, Victor. The problem is with it is that humans would spread like cockroaches, wouldn't we? And it would be literally everyone would try and pick the same systems to colonize, or you'd be like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and it would take away from the natural kind of human expansion that you'd expect to see. And like expanding into a star system and taking and colonizing it would be a massive, massive undertaking. And say, for example, all of the people that live under the rule of Ployd currently, they. Like, there's 4 million, or 4.5 million in Hilla alone, and this system is by nowhere full. You know, there has to be a reason for expansion, and you know, we've got 7.5 billion people on this planet right now, and if we were to stay at that population, yeah, I know, if we don't sort out of our energy consumption and all that kind of stuff and resource consumption, then we will run out. But currently, it's enough. Like, for today, it is enough. There has to be a reason to cause expansion, and I don't think just because you want to is a good enough reason. And expansion mechanics, I would much rather have atmospheric landings. That's what I'd rather have. I would much rather have different mechanics added than that. And that's my personal opinion, that's my personal preference. Because otherwise you do end up with Elite Dangerous becoming a very different game. Because the thing is that we are not heroes. In Elite Dangerous, Commanders, we're not heroes. We're not the most important people in the galaxy. We're workhorses. That's what we are. You know, we're we're members of a club, which is the Pirates Federation, and that's what we do. You know, we carry out missions, and we're mercenaries, but we're not heroes. You know, I'm not a hero. I'm a dictator who has who lives in a system, and it's exceptionally difficult for me to do anything, because if I wanted to expand my influence, then we have to go to war over it, and we fight, and that's what we do. You know, otherwise I'd just be like, that system looks alright, let's move in there. But I need the people to go and do it, and you'd have to take from somewhere. I think it would spread out the populations and stuff like that. But yeah, we're not heroes, and that's one of the reasons why we don't. And that's one of the reasons why we don't get to meet power play. Oh, wrong end of the place. That's why we don't get to meet Zachary Hudson. You know? But yeah, Victor, here's the thing, we need, I think there are some things that we need, and some things that we don't. I don't guess so. Define density, you know it means mass. Enjoy. Right. Define density. Yeah, define density. Talking to a racist, they're very dense. Talking to someone with an open mind, they're not. Oi! Oh. Pad 11. Pretty sure Siemens Vision should have better outfitting. And this is one of the reasons why I need to be elite, because of outfitting, I would say. Yeah, high density, speaking to someone who's a bigot. Low density, speaking to someone who likes science and being open-minded. You are welcome. Right. Mining tools. Seismic charge. Hooray! So, all I need, that's all I need for core mining at this point. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because we need this. We need this pulse wave analyzer. It's 18-kilometer range. And also, whilst we're here, what we'll do is we'll go into the normal outfitting. And yes, I must remember to resupply. Share jackets, what have you missed? Not a huge amount. We've been talking about a colonization mechanics. Initially, that was kind of something that we were talking about. Field transfer, prospecting limpets, hooray! No collector limpets. Oh, come on! Come on! Why you do this? Why? Why? But we do have a, refinery, which is fine. Yeah, beside larger refinery, don't need that. Go to the planetary base. You think? All right, Toto. Go to Temple Hub. But yeah, we'll go and prospect an Olympic controller because we need that. Next one is a collection Olympic controller, and then we are mining ready at that point. I'm essentially trying to do what Scorpius did with his second account, which is get the tradesman's entrance. Just want to make sure I'm not being stupid. I mean, I could be. That would be classic me. That's fine. But we picked up a couple of modules that we needed, which is fine. Victor, I think that'd be fine if your population grew, and I think that's something that is missing from Elite Dangerous, population growth within systems, because there's a lot of stuff in Hilla, and there's no growth. There's no population growth under any point, and I think that's what's potentially missing. So that would be the mechanic that is missing in order to trigger, you know, expansion in that way. I think expansion should be driven by population growth. So we need something added in there like that. That'd be something that we need to be added in there. But yeah, shadow jackets. It is complicated. I mean, like, just talking about and contemplating what could potentially be new game mechanics is very complicated, because you have to take into consideration what's already there, and then you have to think about the impact it would have, and whether or not it would add enough gameplay for it to be worth it. And then in the same time, would it add enough gameplay that it would be viable or interesting to everybody? Because if it's super niche, the amount of dev time put into it would be really extreme, and there are some things that you'd rather have, like bug fixing, for example. I'd rather they put the dev team on that to polish the experience before adding new things. And even when we have betas and we report errors, some of them still don't get taken into consideration, or don't get fixed. I'm sure they get taken into consideration, prioritized in that way. But yeah, I feel like there's always a balance that has to be struck. That's the thing. Balance has to be struck. And if you can't look at game development or anything in that way with balance being struck, then you're probably not thinking about the bigger picture. He says, "Oh yeah, I'm super superior and I'm totally pretentious about it. Oh yeah, balance, blah 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 blah. I know everything. I know all what's going on. Da da da." I don't. I'm just trying to be constructive and objective. And if I can get other people to be like that, that's wicked. That's cool. I fudged up this planetary entry though. Totally fudged it. Way too far away. Way too far away. I'll take flight assist off. Let's see if it helps. It won't. See, Tedo thinks I'm fine. I don't know. I think I'm going to drop out, and I'm going to be about 20 kilometers. I am about 20 kilometers out by the time the glide finishes. Hey Marcus, how you doing? I'm doing alright, mate. I'm doing alright. I'm doing okay. Oh no, Ted, I think we're good. I think we're good. And 1.73 Gs, I need to bear that in mind. I was about to go, flight assist off docket on a planetary surface. Nope. Hey Lee, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, bud. Easy peasy, yeah. It should be reasonably on there.
Hello there.
Half-Blood 74, thank you very much for the follow. How you doing? Oh. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, I thought I'd be alright. Fudged it. Eek. That's the pad. Pad 10 they want me to go to. Oh my god, oh my goodness, this planet. This planet. 1.73 G. I am far too used to landing on low gravity planets. We should organise a TOZ speedball. Actually, Taylor, that could be alright. That could be a good fun. I think that's something we're missing as a community, is some community-based events. We need more of them. Definitely. But yeah, this is the reason why I want to be elite, so I can literally just go in there. Yeah, Marcus, I must admit, I made the flight assist off docking popular. I made it a thing. Well, I don't know if I made it popular. I wouldn't say popular, but yeah, definitely. Having landed every single ship with flight assist off. What can I tell you? Collection limpets. Guess what, Tato? We got them. We got him. Victor, I'm glad. I'm glad it was. To be honest, it was an interesting one to write and come up with as far as ideas went. I spent a long time. I started writing that on the 27th of December, and I sat on it for over a month, going back and making changes to it to make sure that I kind of looked at it to be very well balanced. It was a yeah, it was an interesting one to do. What is going to utility mounts as well? We're just gonna see what we got. Experimental Xeno. Why do we sell Xeno scanners here? It's weird. Oh no, Corey, I'm not forgetting limpets. I am remembering. I was about to mention that I wasn't forgetting. We'll grab. Let's go for, say, 110. We don't want to max out our cargo because that'd be. Because once you start hitting pay dirt, then you get loads of them. And oh my god, I've said this before. I absolutely love gold prospecting TV shows. They are like my ultimate guilty pleasure. Legend of Croc Gold, amazing. Alaskan Gold, even better. Because people, like, they're old and they're crazy and they do all kinds of stuff. It's like, brilliant. And but Lee, yeah, I probably will be starting to do a little bit. We've been streaming for 2 hours. Look at that, nice. So yeah, actually, you know what? A bit of encouragement for everyone who's watching to hit the like button on YouTube if you haven't already. Also, if you are watching on Twitch and you're new to the stream, please make sure that you do follow as well. I will be doing regular streams. Basically, we're talking a few times a week, even a couple of times a day on some of them, evenings and during the day as well. So if you're after a spot of entertainment, then you are more than welcome to come and join. All you got to do is just hit the follow and so you get a notification when I do go live. I do recommend that you subscribe on YouTube as well if you're watching on Twitch too, because that way you can got alternative platforms for you to watch content on, which is always good. Now, we are going to get the hell off of this planet because I hate planetary outposts that have slightly higher gravity. Now, there is a system that I would like to go to for mining, which I've had great success with, but I'm probably not going to make my way there. Should check the core internals whilst we're here as well for outfitting, but we're going to do everything on the budget. We have one of our systems fairly close by that is actually pretty good for mining, or at least it was. If I can remember which one. It might have been 61097. Not been there. Yeah, Dave, it changed. It changed when the BGS changed. Yeah, we've got a compromised nav beacon for some reason. Oh crap, I've got no data for any of these places because of because Minbin's not been to them. He's only been to Sharu. Only been to Sharu. And we have got... oh, because I don't even have any bloody data. But yeah, Sharu, I think we're going to head out to... Sharu B4... Yeah. Yes, I do have a DSS on there, Tato. Oh, good. Actually, no, we'll be fine once we get there. That'll be good. Yeah, Dave, give it a go. Or you can always get into some scout killing, some Thargoid scout killing, because that's much needed at the moment. The Thargoid fight is not going particularly well for humanity. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to mention something I never ever mention. Right? Is if you want, you can follow me on Twitter too, because I have a Twitter account. Oh, temperature critical, which I don't often use. Well, I do. I've started using more, which you should 100%. Follow me for, and you should 100% follow me on there, which is in the link. So on Twitter, I'll learn that. Do I just update the little description there? But yeah, twitter.com/AskSenseiPlater, and come follow me on Twitter as well, because I tweet now. I do tweets. Oh yeah, no fire groups to find. So yeah, you should do that. Why wouldn't you? Collection controller. Actually, no, we'll bind that to the same as the abrasion blaster. Discovery scanner. We'll put over in the which group we put it in, and then we'll detail service scanners there. I'm on the Twitter, indeed. On the tweets, if you fancy it, you can come and follow me on the tweets. You don't have to, but you can if you like. Well, Tato, you mapped this place, so we think Purple Planet. I think Purple Planet might be a good one to give it a go for. Let's go and do it. But yeah, don't at me though. If you think I'm wrong about something, don't at me. It drives me insane. Yeah, see, the following on Twitter is perfectly acceptable. You don't have to feel like you're stalking me or anything. The reason why you don't need to feel like you're stalking me is because I've invited you to do so. Yeah, see, Victor, the whole Space Legs thing is that I don't feel like... I'm really super undecided whether or not it would add quality gameplay. And I've said this before, that I would be concerned about whether or not it would just add more steps into completing missions. And that would be my concern of it, is that it would just simply make everything that we do already longer. And Alan, I certainly didn't invite you into my home. Considering it means you would have crept into my studio flat and just start petting Clive whilst I was asleep. And dude, I've got to be honest, I'd probably start hitting you before you could say, "No, I'm Alan, rob it off of YouTube." I'm like, I don't care, bro, you broke into my home. Really? Really? What, really? I would say do not know who I am. From the Aqualeague Council, the chances are I know they don't know who I am. And also, technically, Minbin is no one. Yeah, Hunter, that's about right. Good news is, Hunter, I think early next week we'll be able to get some Pavlov VR in, which I'm quite looking forward to. Space will be the first person station battles and factions into Thargoid-based kill agreement. Yeah, Lee, if that could happen, going on a ground assault on a Thargoid base, that would be great. Hunter, apparently you got more. I don't think that, yeah, that wasn't you that did that. Tato, I just go to the blue. I sit in the blue as long as it's above. Looky, guess what, bro? Again, it's rude to try and promote your own channel without asking. Very rude. Kasaki, I'm doing okay, man. We're about to start doing a little spot of mining, which should be good fun. LTDs, Little Diamonds, Alexandrite. So we've got Little Diamonds, we've got Void Opals, got Void Opal Hotspot, which is actually quite a nice one because it means we can put ourselves at the edge and then aim directly towards the planet, so we know what direction we're going in. Yeah, actually, William, free cam looking around the cockpit would be good. Yeah, Tato, I don't know, because I feel like in the blue you get the more sensitivity, or you're supposed to have the better handling, aren't you? But then, as long as you're not throttling down, I think it's okay. Can you reach Beagle Point without using Nimrod? Yeah? 47 light years should be able to. William Gunter, I played Star Trek Online years ago, and I must admit it was fine. That was it. That is my that's my opinion on it. Is it was fine. Prospector, Operation Blaster, Surface Scanner, Discovery Scanner, Prospector. Pulse Wave Scanner obviously needs to be bound, doesn't it? No, so we don't want it there. We'll put that on its own doober. Yeah, you see, you don't really need night vision for it. If you know what you're looking for, you don't. What we do want to do, we're aiming directly towards the planet. And we know that we are looking for a particular asteroid shape, asteroid colour. I've finally got better at deep core mining. I finally worked out what I needed to do. When we find one, Lee, I'll point it out. See, this one here, right colour, definitely the right colour, but it's the wrong shape. So this one looks like it should be good for deep core. It's not, because it's the wrong shape. Because you've got to have the combination of the colour and the shape. Just like the Foo Fighters album. So, I've seen the one that's the right shape over here. I think it's the right shape. This one here. This one here, you see it was black to start off with, and then went green. This one could actually be perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, we will fire off a prospector into this one. I feel like it should be the right one. I might be wrong. Hoping not. Because otherwise it'd make me look a fool on stream, wouldn't it? Oh no! Made me look like an idiot on stream! But this one to me looked like it should have been spot on. But I think was it slightly the wrong shape? Wrong shape. That's the problem. Wrong shape. So we move on. We don't waste anything on anything that isn't that. I've already gone 25 kilometers. Well, that's the planet. There we go. But no, it looked good. And that's the thing, you don't... yeah, you can sometimes see them. People say use night vision, it makes it easier. I've not... personally, not so much for me. But I can definitely show people. Victor, my faction is independent. We are an independent dictatorship. Our actual blurb says that we are disillusioned by the ideals of the Federation, the Empire, and the incompetence of the Alliance. Vaporize, you're saying you find screaming during an interdiction very helpful. I typically find that swearing at them... See, this one's got a green edge to it. Right. So, it's got a green edge to it, completely the wrong shape. That is completely the wrong shape. We don't want that piece of crap. Alright, Hunter, take care, man. So what we're looking for is one that kind of looks a bit like a pumpkin. That's my best way of describing it. Captain Luca, you haven't tried it yet. Came from binding your transport controller. Ah, rubbish. I think we might have a candidate. Garlic clove. Yep. This one. Right, it went black. It was black. You see, like that? That's normally a good sign. And look at how bright it is. Now, it is also the right shape. Also the right shape. So, pumpkin looking in the sense that that's a stalk. This is the stalk of the pumpkin. There. And you can see the... oh, and the rest of it is there. Now you can't see any surface on it. So nothing on its surface there. We will change into night vision. Obviously we can't use third person camera and have night vision on. But we will bung night vision on. And no, see, it doesn't look... No, we'll just fire a limpet and we'll find out. We'll give it a go. No. Despite it being the right colour. Oh dear.
Asteroid scan complete.
This is bad. You know what I said about getting the hang of it? More like a walnut. No. Otherwise we might as well say it looks like a brain. No visible fissures. But then again, I'm not. I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm not even sure what a fissure looks like. Whatever hotspot, wrong direction. We are flying towards the planet. Which, how have I lost track of the planet? Victor, no, I don't use Track IR. I do have a Toby eye tracker, but I've kind of upgraded to VR for that. So once there we go. Planet is there. Dark yellow popcorn. What you're looking for? Well. Like, there are certain colours that you look for. So I have a lot of success with the ones that look black. So ones where you initially scan them, they look black. Like this one here. See now? Yeah, here we go. Right. This is a fissure that you can see here, directly in front of me here. This is a fissure. This should 100% be. We're going to bung a prospector in it. But yeah, you can see the fissures. And there we go. Alexandrite. So, fissures. Now we're gonna have a we'll have a little look in free cam. So the shape of it, you see what I mean? We've got a pumpkin, and we have a fissure. That's what fissures look like. That is a fissure. We're all good. So we are going to get ourselves ready with our old seismic charges. What I will say is there's no particularly special method. Just fire off the thing for the right strength and just do that. Don't mess around with it. You don't need to mess around. You don't need to try really hard to pick particular strengths. For me, I literally just go with what the fissure says, because you can't go wrong. Well, you can, but it's a little bit more difficult to go wrong, and I'm probably going to go wrong whilst I do this. Blasting it apart, I typically say you want to be about 700 meters away. That's my personal preference. So what we need now is just a low strength. We'll bung a low strength in, and we should be good. Optimum yield. There we go. And also, what I'm going to do is I back up about 700 meters, 4 pips shields, and then from here, this is when I do the cargo scoop. I'm going to pop my collector limpets out. See, half-blood, that isn't always true. This thing, it's not always... Right. Not always true. We're going to detonate now. We're far away enough. The collection limpets are ready to go, so as soon as it pops, they're going to fly in, they're going to start collecting immediately. Then we can sit back and we can go in if we like. Yeah, that's far away enough that it won't wipe your shields out. But yeah, this one's Alexandrite, which is a bit of a... not the best paying. Bearing in mind we're in a Void Opal hotspot. But yeah, Motherload. Yeah, but also consider, Dave, I've just got a 3A Bioweave on there. And that's all I got. And that's enough. You're a wuss, you go 2 kilometers out. Well, shadow jackets, I mean, that's personal preference, isn't it? A lot of things come to personal preference in Elite, and there's no one way to do everything, you know. There's more than one way to crack a asteroid or skin a cat. But don't skin cats, it's cruel. Clive would be really, really displeased. Walnut. It's definitely not a walnut. It's a pumpkin. It's got a stalk, it's a pumpkin. I think. And yeah, Alan, I wouldn't. I mean, I just wouldn't, because he's my bro. I've had Clive since he was 8 weeks old, and could fit in the palm of my hand. Actually, you know what? Let's speed this up a bit. How long? Ah, yes. Well, they start breaking down very quickly. But there's a little he's a little cluster. That's handy. Is Clive coming to London on his leash? No, he's not. William, how's a voice tech? Unfortunately, Clive is a really, really fussy cat. He's a nightmare to work with. He doesn't quite understand the whole being an artiste. He thinks he does. He thinks he's amazing. He's wrong. He regularly is like, no, this is how we do this, and this is how it is. But yeah, the Clive Kovas, we were talking about it, and we were thinking it might be good fun. But Shadow Jackets, he is 7 years old. His adoption day was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago at the weekend. But yeah, he's a good lad. I think he might have been younger than 8 weeks, to be honest, when I got him, because there are certain things that he doesn't do very well. Like, he doesn't meow properly. I mean, you guys have heard him. You're probably like, oh, he does meow properly. But no, he meows like a human. That's the problem. He meows like a human pretending to be a cat. But yeah, Clive's adoption day is super cute. We did nothing for it. We just went, hey dude, happy adoption day. And he was just like, give me some dinner. Alright. That's what we're doing. Oh, come on, collect a limpet, no! No, collect a limpet, no! Stop doing it! Stop. Oh, come on. Shadow. Okay, man. That's interesting to know. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why I don't like using an anaconda for mining, is because you can sit in the middle, you can get involved, and you can pick stuff off. A cutter would be a nightmare for this, I think. And yeah, that's me cracking my knuckles, which is one of my best habits. Now, 1 billion credits worth of anything should be enough to get us to elite in trade. We're not starting at absolute 0, but then again, we're not starting particularly high up either. Thoughts about what to do ship-wise? Did we settle on crates? Wait, what? Beluga is best. Oh, Tato, shut up! Don't do that. People will believe you. You sound knowledgeable. People will believe you. Don't do that. Oh, well, there are our cargo scoop. We're going to boost away. We're going to switch back over to our pulse wave scanner. Tato, no! Rubbish for passenger missions, though, right? Oh, actually, William, there are some alright rings in there. See, look, this looks like another potential to me here, over here. We could have our potential second motherlode of the stream, one after another. But yeah, we'll have a look. No, Tato, you're just a nightmare, mate. I just... He's the right colour. I don't think... Yeah, and we've got visible fissures. Now we're talking. Craig used to play this game constantly until a few months ago, but haven't found anything appealing since. Trying to get back into it yesterday. It can only last 30 minutes. Any ideas? Do something you enjoy. You know, find the thing that you enjoy the most in the game, and just do that. Don't try and grind until you're ready to. Lars possibly. Seems to be its thing today. it's having some issues, I would say. Ooh, what's this one? Average strength. 2. High strength, and that should be the last one we need to do. Oh, rubbish. I've got to pop a low. Yeah, we'll just pop a low in this one. And that'll be enough from that. Well, what do you mean it's not? Why you do this to me? Oops. Oh, come on. Made a mistake here, mate. Hang on, PAX passenger is that your words for passenger missions? Is it? I thought you were saying anti-Xeno. I'm like, wait, no, it's not. Right, Ultimate Mule Rage. There we go. Right, we will make sure we are a little bit away. Once again, pop out the cargo scoop, and then we will.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
Thanks, Shadow. Thanks, Shadow. Oh, who knows? Yeah, Craig. So what you're saying, BGS is background simulation. So background simulation is. Ooh, I messed that up. I did not let my shields recharge. I should be ashamed. I should be ashamed. Oh, what a mistake in a maker.
Taking damage.
And I'm taking damage, apparently, but I'm not taking damage. So, yeah. Tis just a scratch. It's worth it for the low temperature diamonds, to be honest. Seeing tons of Alexandrite isn't anything to be sniffed at either. That's a few mil. I suppose, Tato, you can put all the hull reinforcements on a Beluga. The only problem with the Beluga is its handling isn't fantastic. I mean, if you're throwing it around with flight assist off, then you probably will do quite a good job with it. Off meta builds. Yeah. 5k hull, not bad. Vapor, you're right. At least that didn't happen. Its handling is excellent. Is it excellent? Is it better than the Conda? Is it really? Like Chris Hemsworth in Thor Ragnarok. Is it though? Is it really? Have I flown one? I've landed one with flight assist off on. I used to fly one a lot in in Quints, if you remember Quints. It handles like a medium Super Cruise. Interesting. One day maybe I'll use it for something. I don't know though. I'm not a huge Beluga fan, if I'm honest. One thing I will say is that having gotten better at using fixed weapons, it's very useful for literally everything that you do. I really recommend that anyone who flies anything, does any combat, should definitely work on using fixed weapons. Start off with your hit scan stuff. It works nicely. It is my top piece of advice, if ever I were to give one, is learn to fly fixed weapons. It's my top piece of advice. Yeah, Tato. I know what you mean. It is definitely, it's easier to track a target than it is to yeah, easy to track a target a lot of the time than completely just stay on target, which it's interesting that, I think. Yeah, Vaporize, it's not at all. Bill Draco, good morning or good afternoon here. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm doing alright, thank you. Yeah, Tato, I know what you mean. And I don't want to fly keyboard and mouse whilst doing flights and stuff, because I'm not playing a first-person shooter. I am playing a space flight sim, and that's always been my comment when people are like, "Oh, why don't you do this yet?" Von Hash, you saying you unlocked the Enforcer cannon yesterday? Nicely done, good stuff. Apparently, I should be using pacifier frags on my Mamba build. I'm definitely open to that as an idea. Oh. But it does involve unlocking them, and I still have to do pack cans, so I'm going to do that first. Bell Draco, not a clue. Probably pretty unlikely, to be honest. Very unlikely they'd be completely mined out. Right, we're going to have a little look at this one, although it's not, I don't think it's the right colour, but it might have fissures. I don't think it does. Looks very unlikely. Yeah. I think it does. I'm looking at it and I can't see any. Ah, see, R2 and R2? Yeah, you get it. It might be easier, but you know what? I have played Elite Dangerous for years now, and if I wanted easy, I would have gone easy a long time ago. I didn't want an easy game. I like a game I have to learn to get good at. Alan. I didn't pledge centuries ago, I pledged over a year ago. We're up to like a year and a couple of months now. But we don't talk about it. We just don't talk about them. Yeah, I think we have another contender. Which this one's hiding casually. Oh, look at it. Yeah, it looks good. Oh, good on you, Beldraco. I think FA off is very optional. Yeah, this is a good one. But you don't truly get a feel for a ship until you use FA off, and that's one of the reasons why I always do my FA off landings. Oh look, Grand did it right. Rubbish. Only I can come to a void opal hotspot and not find any void opals. Classic. Uh-oh, the wife's calling me. That's never good, is it? But I know what it'll be. It'll be asking me about dinner, and I really don't want to have the conversation right now about dinner. So I'm ignoring it. Don't. Oh, optimum yield range. Look at that. So we'll probably pop this one in our call time for the stream, because that puts us about just over 2.5 hours of streaming, which is really good. I say really good for me, considering how tired I've been recently. That is pretty good going. Pop it and go for that one. No, it's because it's on my desk, and the mic arm is right there. So one of them. Oh, actually, okay. Apparently, 800 meters isn't far away enough. I think made a mistake there, no. Didn't think I was that close. Right, well, we'll upgrade the shields when we can, I think. Yeah, weird one, that. Because I'm using money on my Python. Alan, no. No. Yeah, but okay, 1 meter away. It'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? No, Shadow, it's not. Shh. I'm not talking about it. There we go. It's fine. But yeah, guys, I am going to call time for the stream there. I probably will stream this evening as well. So I'll probably be around about 8 PM-ish, I think. Where we're going to try and get Commander Minbin to Elite, or start working on that one. We'll give that a go, I think. Might be a good one. But yeah, guys, I'm going to say thank you very much to everyone who's joined me this lunchtime. It's been much appreciated. Please make sure that you do like on the way out on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. Also, guys, making sure if you're watching on Twitch and you haven't followed, then you probably should do that too, because I stream pretty regularly now. So I'm going to say once again, thank you very much for watching. Commander Plater, out.